Everyone, welcome back to the Get Your Popcorn podcast. Today's a special bonus episode because last night was the 97th Academy Awards. I hope everybody watched it. I watched it yesterday with my sister. She lives a little bit away from me, so I drove to her and we had ramen and pho. Well, I had pho, she had ramen, and we sat on the floor and watched the Oscars. It was a very interesting and weird night. I was really happy about a few things for sure. And then there was some other stuff that was just kind of odd. So we'll get into that today. First off, the red carpet. What is with the half-hour red carpet show? And it was weird highlights and clips. And honestly, I feel like red carpets have really gone downhill since Joan Rivers died. Because I want a full hour of who are you wearing? And questions about the gowns, the designers, and the fashion aspect. And I feel like the red carpet looks were pretty meh, like a lot of them. There was a few of my favorites that I did really like. Mikey Madison looked amazing. I didn't really love what she did with her hair, but it was fine. I thought like a long ponytail, like curled, would have been really pretty. Demi Moore, she looks phenomenal. I hope I look half as good as she does when I'm in my 60s. Her dress was fine. There's a lot of metallic on the carpet. Halle Berry was also in like a sparkly silver kind of thing. And same with Mindy Kaling. So their looks were all really similar. I don't know what was going on with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, who have had some really interesting kind of Wicked themed outfits on the carpet. Definitely their coloring that they had, Cynthia Erivo in the black and Ariana Grande in the pale pink, definitely were references to their characters. But I just thought both of their dresses that they did actually in the opening sequence to the show were much better than the stuff they actually wore on the carpet. Colin Domingo looked amazing. Zendaya, she looked good, but Zendaya, I think my standards for Zendaya are always quite high, and her dress was pretty just kind of okay. Selena Gomez, I thought, looked really elegant. I don't know what was going on with Timothée Chalamet's yellow suit, but at least he tried to be different from just a black tux. Ray looked amazing in Vera Wang. I think she might have been my favorite look of the night, or up there. Mikey Madison was my favorite, but Margaret Qualley's dress was really beautiful in the back, but a lot of the photos from the press of the front, and it was kind of just very plain, but the back of her dress was really amazing. Michelle Yeoh looked beautiful, and that sort of cobalt blue. Jeff Goldblum looks great in his kind of white suit jacket with the kind of lavender strip. And Lily Rose Depp, I think, was confused about which award show she was going to. On Oscar night, this is a more upscale event. She wore the kind of like a see-through lace thing, which, I don't know, it kind of looked more like something you would wear to like the Grammys and maybe the Golden Globes. Kylie Jenner didn't walk the carpet, but what Kylie Jenner wore on like to the event, because she was obviously, anytime they showed Timothy, they showed Kylie. The Oscars is supposed to be like an elegant old Hollywood kind of night, and I just felt like it was a really weird tone on the carpet. Like some people were dressed for the Met Ball, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo in particular. Some people nailed it, and then some people were going to the Grammys. So if everybody could take notes from Ray on what we wear to the Oscars, that would be fab for next year. So we'll start with the host. I thought Conan O'Brien did a really good job. I thought his jokes were funny. I didn't love the like little extended number that they did. I didn't care for that so much, but I thought his like joke monologue was great, and they should have just stuck to that. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande were amazing singing live. I thought that was really great. The James Bond theme thing that they had, were we just celebrating that Amazon bought the series? I don't know why we had the James Bond thing. And also, why didn't we have Adele and Billie Eilish doing the song? They're both alive and well. I thought Doja Cat sounded terrible. It was odd. And then why was Margaret Qualley dancing in it? Like, I don't know. It was really odd and kind of came out of nowhere. The In Memoriam, that was very ominous. Like, it was generally, it's like kind of heartwarming, and there's like clips, and it it was just done really weird. It had like a weird vibe to it. Yeah, I thought Morgan Freeman talking about Gene Hackman was lovely, but other than that, it was just like, it was very odd. Yeah, I didn't know really what to think of it. Some of the presenters to the awards went on a bit long. The thing that I did like was often they kind of just graze over a lot of the technical awards. And it was nice, especially for things like costume and having a member from each of the films that were done coming out to talk about the specific artist. Generally, not much attention is given to those aspects of filmmaking, at least when it comes to awards. So I was really pleasantly surprised to have that. Okay, so starting off, I'm just going to kind of go through the Academy list, and we'll go from there. Actor in a leading role, Adrien Brody won for The Brutalist. I was so disappointed because I think if Adrien Brody's going to get awarded, then we should give a little teeny tiny award for AI, being that they enhanced his accent with it. Part of being an actor is being able to master that. I mean, one of the jokes of the night for Timothée Chalamet is that he took singing lessons and became so good that he was better than Bob Dylan. Every other actor I felt on this list deserved the award more than Adrien Brody. Timothée Chalamet for Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice all deserved it more. I've since watched The Apprentice since doing my nominees because I hadn't seen it when I did the nominations. I still didn't want Sebastian Stan to win, but I did think that he was better than Adrien Brody. Yeah, and then Adrien Brody gave a 6-minute and 40-second speech about nothing. He had nothing to say. There's a little bit at the end where he gave like a vague kind of racism is bad thing, but for 7 minutes he talked about nothing at all, even remotely. He just talked. The orchestra tried to play him off and he brushed him off. He didn't need to win, and he for sure didn't need to give a 7-minute speech about nothing. If he had given something powerful and impactful, I mean, there's lots of things going on around the world right now, particularly, you know, given the context of his film, whether or not he wanted to talk about Israel-Palestine or what has recently just happened with Ukraine and the United States and Russia. There's lots of things that he could have used the 7 minutes to talk about. And instead he talked about nothing. Plus, how disgusting was that gum throw? Anyway, Adrien Brody won for The Brutalist, and he shouldn't have. This was just a reheat microwave version of what he did in The Pianist. He already got an award for this type of performance. I don't think he was not deserving of this. I was really upset. I was really hoping for Timothée Chalamet or Coleman Domingo. Those were my two that I really wanted. Actor in supporting role went to Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. I think almost everybody going in thought that that's what was going to happen. He had been kind of, what I've been hearing on TikTok and different podcasts and stuff, was like the favorite to win. And he was great. I thought his speech about his wife saying that they could have a fourth baby when he won an Oscar, and him bringing that up and saying, kind of pointing to her, I thought was really cute and really sweet. I was really happy for him. He was who I wanted to win for that, so I was excited. Actress in a leading role went to Mikey Madison, and I audibly gasped. I was so excited. I didn't want Demi Moore to win because I thought it was another legacy win like Jamie Lee Curtis. Her performance in The Substance was good. I'm not going to take that away from her. And I love horror movies. I love that genre. I want horror movies to get their flowers. But I thought Lily Rose Depp was far more deserving of an Academy Award nomination than Demi Moore. I think the narrative of The Substance and the narrative of Demi Moore's life went well together, and it was a good sell, a good story for an Oscars campaign. And I think that's why people got really behind Demi Moore. And I think people need to take a step back and look at Demi Moore's career as a whole. And yes, her career is long, but she is an all right actress. She's not great. She's not Meryl Streep. She's not Viola Davis. She's not Katharine Hepburn. She's not amazing. She has given one really good performance, but she's beautiful and she's had high profile relationships. So she's been able to maintain this sort of sense of relevancy for a long time. And I think if Demi Moore was given the award, it was a legacy win. And I don't think we need another one of those. There was most of the other people on this list I thought deserved the award more than Demi Moore, with an exception of Carlos Sofia Gascon, just based on how god-awful Emilia Perez was. But I wanted Mikey Madison to win, and she did. My second choice was Cynthia Erivo, but that was a long shot. I think for Wicked, their Oscar campaignings are going to lean in much heavier next year for part 2. But yeah, I was very excited to have Mikey Madison win. I'm really excited. She was amazing. Honora was great. Actress in a supporting role went to Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. I think Zoe Saldana is a good actress. However, this was not a good movie, and I don't think it deserved to win anything. And for her to win for that movie it was upsetting for me. I think, as anybody knows who listens to this podcast, and my family who makes fun of me mercilessly, love Ariana Grande. And I thought she was so good, and I thought she deserved to win. And so I was really disappointed for this category. And yes, Zoe Saldana came up and bawled her eyes out, and isn't that lovely? Okay, her movie sucked. And she also didn't use an opportunity to talk about what her film was supposed to represent. I was really disappointed. Animated feature film, Flow won. I haven't seen Flow. It looks really cute. I'm happy, although I am wearing a Mickey Mouse sweater and I am a big Disney gal, I'm happy that we didn't just give it to a big budget studio film. I saw Inside Out 2. I don't know why it was nominated. It wasn't very good. It was really just okay. And I didn't see any of the other ones. I definitely am now very interested in watching Flow, so I'm going to check it out. But it's really exciting to see that went to something not only foreign, but independent, not just to a big budget, sequel. Animated short film went to In the Shadow of the Cypress. Cinematography went to The Brutalist. I think everybody was disappointed in this, at least from what I've been reading. If you watched my nominees video, Nosferatu was what I wanted to win. There's also Maria that was nominated, Emilia Perez, and Dune 2. I really wanted Nosferatu to win, but if I couldn't have my favorite, I wanted either Dune 2 or Maria to win. Emilia Perez and The Brutalist were not films that I liked at all. Costume design went to Wicked. The other nominees were Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, and Nosferatu. I think it's one of those categories where it's I wasn't really upset by any of them winning. I thought they were good. I wanted Nosferatu to win because I thought the costumes were beautiful and spectacular. But I think Wicked was equally as deserving. I think Conclave also, any of them, it was a kind of a toss-up. For Best Director, Sean Baker won for Honora. It was really cool to see Sean Baker win 4 of the 4 categories that he was nominated in. He was up there 4 times. I was really excited for him. It's an independent film. He's known for doing much smaller projects. I was really excited that he won. I wanted Honora to win. The other nominations were Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, James Mangold for A Complete Unknown, Jacques Audard for Emilia Perez, and I can't even say these names, Coralie Farget for The Substance. If Sean Baker didn't win, I definitely wanted The Substance to be number 2 for direction. I did want Robert Eggers for Nosferatu to be up there, and he should have been up there, but he was not nominated. Documentary film went to No Other Land. This isn't available for streaming in Canada. I looked. They gave a very poignant speech. It was really powerful. I really hope that this is available to screen for us here in Canada soon. I know it's also not available in the United States, but this talks about the ethnic cleansing that's happening in Gaza right now. And I think it's an important thing to talk about. And I really hope that it's available to be viewed by us soon. So I'll keep my eye out for that. Documentary short film, The Only Girl in the Orchestra won. I didn't watch any of the documentary shorts. Sorry, guys. Film editing, Sean Baker won for Honora. The other nominees were The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and Wicked. I thought Honora should have won, and it did. Sean Baker was great. Best International Film Feature, the nominees were I'm Still Here, The Girl with the Needle, Emilia Perez, Seed and the Sacred Fig, and Flow. And I'm Still Here won. I haven't seen it, but I'm excited to. It's on my list. Makeup and hairstyling, I thought was another really tough category. Thought everybody on this list really deserved to win. So I was not, or other than Emilia Perez, excuse me. But the other nominees were A Substance, A Different Man, Nosferatu, and Wicked. Again, anything Nosferatu was nominated in was what I wanted to win, and The Substance won, deservedly so. Original score was The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. The Brutalist won. I don't really know how you beat out a musical, but sure. Music, original song, El Mal from Emilia Perez, The Journey from 6888, Like a Bird from Sing Sing, Mi Camino from Emilia Perez, and Never Too Late from Elton John's Never Too Late. Really wanted Like a Bird from Sing Sing to win. Sing Sing was something that was completely under-nominated this year. It was an amazing, amazing, amazing movie. Please go watch it. And El Mal won. The composer, songwriters that were up there, they were about as painful as Emilia Perez, the movie. Oh my God. Why did they try to do a sing-along? Yeah, they were insufferable. They were as insufferable as the film. What was that? Not only did they not deserve to win, but then they went up there and tried to do a sing-along to a movie everybody hated. Yeah. Yikes. Production design. Nominees were Wicked, The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, and Nosferatu. Like I said before, Nosferatu was my pick, and Wicked won. I wasn't upset about that. Everything on this list deserved to win. Everything. A live-action short film was... The nominees were I'm Not a Robot, Alien, Anuja, The Last Ranger, and The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. And I'm Not a Robot won. For sound, was Dune Part 2, A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. Dune Part 2 won. This isn't something that I have a ton of expertise on, so I'm not going to comment too much. Dune Part 2 won. Visual effects, nominees were Dune Part 2, Alien Romulus, A Better Man, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked, and Dune Part 2 won. It's a sci-fi movie. Kind of seems like a fine choice. Writing, Best Adapted Screenplay, Conclave, A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. I actually wanted this to go to Nickel Boys. The winner ended up being Conclave. Writing for original screenplay was Anora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, and The Substance. I was a bit of a toss-up whether or not I wanted it to go to Anora or A Real Pain. It ended up going to Anora. I was quite happy about that. And finally, the big category for the night, Best Picture. Nominees were Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, Substance, and Wicked, and it went to Anora, and I was happy. Anora was the one that I wanted it to go to, and it did. It was really great seeing the whole cast up there. It's a small independent film. I think it was a lot that it didn't come against things like obvious Oscar bait stuff like music biopics with The Complete Unknown, obvious Oscar bait with World War II, post-World War II stories like The Brutalist, almost completely white cast men films like Conclave, and big budget studio sequels like Dune Part 2. I was really rooting for the smaller things. I never Wicked's nominated. I don't know if Wicked needed to be nominated for Best Picture. I really like it for what it is, and it's a musical, and it is one of my favorite movies. It was amazing, and it touched me greatly. I don't think it's a Best Picture film. I also feel that way about The Substance. I really liked it. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie, but it's not a Best Picture film. Nickel Boys, I would have been my second choice from Anora, and I'm Still Here. I haven't seen, so I can't really comment on that one as much. I heard it was really, really good though. But I was rooting for Anora or Nickel Boys because I think that they are great Best Picture nominations that don't come from that kind of Oscar baity, big budget studio kind of a vibe. It was there's something different, something more unique, something with a push behind them that I think is important for film right now. We need more smaller projects. We need more that aren't big budget studio Oscar bait films or remakes or sequels, like that kind of a thing. I want to step away from that. And although I love Wicked and The Substance, I don't think they needed to be on that list. Certainly Emilia Perez did not need to be on that list. So I was very excited that Anora won. It was great to see Sean Baker up there for the fourth time. He now ties Walt Disney for the most wins in a single night. With 4. So that's pretty for one guy at the same time. So that's pretty freaking exciting. Yeah, I'm really excited about the Oscars, how they went. I'm especially excited about Mikey Madison and Honora and that it swept. I was really surprised. I didn't think it was going to. Yeah, so I was very happy and excited about all of that. And it makes me very excited for film going forward into 2025. I hope you enjoyed this little mini bonus episode and enjoy your Monday.